What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel and buckle up, because this is one of those Yankees stories that starts quiet and then suddenly explodes. Over the last 24 hours, the name Joe Ryan has gone from a whisper around the league to full-blown trade buzz, and now things have officially hit another level after comments from Yankees general manager Brian Cashman that have fans, insiders, and rival executives all reading between the lines. This isn't just another random rumor floating around social media. This is the kind of chatter that front offices actually take seriously, and when you connect the dots, it paints a very interesting picture of what the Yankees might be preparing to do. Let's start with why Joe Ryan is suddenly at the center of this conversation. Ryan, one of the Minnesota Twins' most reliable arms, has quietly developed into a pitcher that every contender would love to plug into their rotation. He's not just a thrower, he's a thinker on the mound. He attacks the strike zone, limits walks, misses bats, and most importantly, he's proven he can handle pressure. That alone makes him attractive, but when you add in his age, team control, and consistent performance, it's easy to see why his name is popping up in trade discussions across the league. The Twins, meanwhile, are in an interesting position. They're competitive, but not untouchable. They're evaluating payroll, future flexibility, and how to maximize value, and that's usually when phones start ringing. Now here's where the Yankees come in. The Yankees' need for pitching is no secret. We've talked about it on this channel countless times. Injuries, inconsistency, and the reality of a long season have made it clear that standing pat is not an option if this team is serious about October. The rotation has had its moments, but there's also been enough volatility to make the front office uncomfortable. The Yankees don't just want innings, they want dependable, playoff-caliber arms. Joe Ryan fits that description almost too perfectly, which is why insiders are now linking the Yankees more strongly to him than any other team. Things really started heating up when Brian Cashman addressed the media. Now, if you've followed Cashman for years, you know he rarely tips his hand. He speaks carefully, chooses his words deliberately, and often leaves just enough ambiguity to keep everyone guessing. This time was no different, but that's exactly why people are buzzing. When asked about the pitching market and whether the Yankees are actively exploring external upgrades, Cashman didn't shut it down. He didn't deflect. Instead, he acknowledged that the team is engaged, that they're monitoring opportunities, and that they're always looking for ways to improve the roster if it makes sense both short-term and long-term. That might sound generic on the surface, but in Yankee speak, that's basically an open door. What made the Joe Ryan rumors explode is the timing. Almost immediately after Cashman's comments, multiple reporters began mentioning that Minnesota has at least listened on Ryan. Not shopped aggressively, but listened. That distinction matters. Teams don't listen unless they believe there's a chance to be blown away. And the Yankees, whether you love it or hate it, are one of the few teams that can actually do that. They have high upside prospects, major league ready pieces, and financial flexibility. When those three things line up, Cashman tends to get creative. From the Yankees' perspective, a pitcher like Joe Ryan isn't just about filling a rotation spot. It's about stability. It's about shortening games. It's about not overworking the bullpen. It's about October. Ryan's ability to consistently give you 6 or 7 competitive innings changes the entire complexion of a postseason series. Suddenly, the pressure shifts. Suddenly, matchups look different. Suddenly, the Yankees don't have to rely on perfect defense every single night just to survive. Of course, no trade like this comes without cost, and that's where the debate really begins. Yankees fans are already split, and honestly, that's understandable. To acquire a pitcher of Ryan's caliber, the Twins would almost certainly ask for at least one premium prospect, possibly more. We're talking about names that fans have grown attached to. We're talking about future upside versus present opportunity. This is the same conversation Yankees fans have every single trade deadline, but it feels heavier this time because the window feels very real. The core is here. The expectations are high. The pressure is on. Another layer to this story is how the rest of the league views the Yankees right now. Rival executives know New York is aggressive when it smells opportunity. They know Cashman doesn't want to waste a season where the team has a legitimate shot. That alone can drive up the asking price. Minnesota knows what they have in Joe Ryan, and they're not going to give him away. If the Yankees want in, they're going to have to make a serious offer, one that might sting in the short term but pay off in a big way if it leads to a deep playoff run. What's fascinating is how quiet the Yankees have been otherwise. No leaks, no public negotiations, just subtle signals. That's usually how the biggest moves happen. By the time fans hear concrete details, the framework is often already in place. That doesn't mean a deal is guaranteed, but it does mean the conversations are real. And when you consider how carefully Cashman chooses his words, his recent comments feel less like idle talk and more like preparation. There's also the clubhouse factor. Adding a pitcher like Joe Ryan sends a message. It tells the team the front office believes in them. It tells the veterans that help is coming. It tells the younger players that the organization is serious about winning now. Those messages matter more than fans sometimes realize. Momentum isn't just about wins and losses. It's about belief, confidence, and trust. At the same time, there are risks. Every trade carries uncertainty. Pitchers get hurt. Adjustments don't always go smoothly. The New York spotlight isn't easy for everyone. But Joe Ryan has shown a level of maturity and composure that suggests he could handle it. He's faced tough lineups, pitched in meaningful games, and shown an ability to adapt. Those traits don't guarantee success, but they significantly raise the floor. As of right now, nothing is official. No deal has been announced. No final offer has been reported. But the buzz is real, the timing is real, and the signals are there. This is one of those situations where things could move quickly. One phone call, one medical review, one prospect added or removed from the table. Suddenly, everything changes. So here's the big question for Yankees fans. Is this the move you want? Is Joe Ryan the type of pitcher you're willing to pay a premium for? Do you push your chips in now, or do you hold on to the future and hope internal options step up? There's no easy answer, and that's what makes this story so compelling. This isn't just about one pitcher. It's about philosophy. It's about timing. It's about how badly the Yankees want to win right now. Make no mistake, though. The fact that Joe Ryan's name is even being seriously connected to the Yankees tells us something important. The front office is not asleep. They're not complacent. They're watching the market closely, and they're willing to engage if the right opportunity presents itself. Whether this specific deal happens or not, it's a clear signal that the Yankees are in buy mode, not wait-and-see mode. As always, we'll be tracking this story closely. If there's movement, if there's confirmation, if Cashman speaks again or insiders drop new details, you already know we'll break it down right here. So make sure you're subscribed, turn on those notifications, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Would you trade for Joe Ryan? What are you willing to give up? And do you think this move could be the difference between another early exit and a deep October run? Because one thing is certain, when the Yankees start circling, the entire league pays attention. And right now, all eyes are on the Bronx.